Hi, I'm Robert Galbraith Jr., 1985, House of Congress, National Administration of Law of all the industries, all the organizations, all the administrations, and the personnel, internal affairs, files, instructor. Tonight, I'll be talking about why my entire life has been destroyed because I'm a union threat wherever I go, and my organized crime degree knows how the union or the companies, industries, organizations, or administrations have organized these crimes. I'll be getting into the reasoning I investigate law enforcement job discrimination. This is my professional education in 1985 when I went to the Sheriff's Department at SIU Edwardsville. The improper recruiting program of lies was not based on the federal agent recruiting agenda on the internet. The increased and made it more difficult to perform the PT test, contrary with extra extra standards not included. But they lowered the House of Congress degree by subterfuge lying and turned down the fact that I had 50% paid for under the Trade Rehabilitation Act to put me into these positions of law. To this day, I do not believe anybody, I believe even at the state police level, county, city, government, law enforcement, or can testify, especially anybody that's only a recruiter. These are the union investigations of labor of the House of Congress. Now, Spectrum is in defiance of the House of Congress right now of my professional EPA project manager's license of asbestos and lead, which is 99% of America's installations. These are crimes and felonies. It takes 500 hours to get my two national EPA project manager license of asbestos and lead. Most everything we're going to talk about will be the circumvention of our nation's American Disabilities Act building modifications for multiple reasons under federal law, namely the, the Surgeon General, military, industrial hygiene, civil defense industry that I'm trained in. And when it says on the internet unused, I was trained for this in 93, absolutely degreed. Three different ones that you have to have at that time. They made me go further so I could perform and testify at the Supreme Court level of identification fraud, and these are nothing less than industrial industry, Fortune 100 and 500 companies, political influence peddling, which, by the way, the Industrial Hygiene Free on Reclaim Act is what is only stopped 3 years ago. This is what has destroyed our Earth's ozone. They are ozone depletion politics. That means everybody at Sears that sells house warranties for air conditioners should sell the electronic air cleaners. It is my personal knowledge 37.5 million air cleaners are in existence, and that Sears turned down these jobs of my degree in education. And I have found out they also hire non accredited, educated people recognized by even the state for work product of occupational title. They may know how to do that, but they cannot come into these compliance to these federal acts. Therefore, they don't perform those 230-pound machines of free on reclaim or the scientific mechanical immunization clean air machine, which produces the gaseous hydrogen peroxide called the NBC, Nuclear, Biological, and Chemical Catchment Containment System. Now comes Rent-A-Center Corporation, where I was the account manager watching upper management that I got passed over steal $1,500 to $2,000 VCR recording equipment from people by looking through their computer and looking for customers that were just about to have these machines paid off after lengthy 3-year contracts. They would go to their house with a new VCR and convince these people to change their contract and get a new one and say they were taking the other ones in for repair. I got fired for that. Then I got ran over in '87. The same attorney was investigated by the FBI. After the Supreme Court ruling, the laws that I'm trained in as a court officer is I'm to be put back in my professional occupational title to the beginning. They didn't even investigate the police recruiting crimes. These are felonies, according to my professional degrees. Then comes, we've covered Spectrum, we've covered Rent-A-Center, and we've covered the police department. And now we've covered the OSHA CFR 1926 industrial bomb shelter reasoning under the Surgeon General. Then he put me through head-on wrecks 3 times. I was stopped from a bar by a guy named Randy Clemens who stole my car when I was 20 and burnt it while I was in the back of the police car, and the 2 policemen was in high-speed pursuit of this person. He never got prosecuted. Ever. And his partner was my stepbrother's cousin, a Terry Legate, who liked to go to Jack in the Box, where he tried to steal my motorcycle, a Suzuki 380. Cut that, please.